Imagine waking up for work, opening your laptop, typing your password, and suddenly seeing access denied. At first, you assume, okay, a problem, so you try again. Still nothing. Then Slack stops working. Then your email disconnects. Then your calendar disappears, and slowly, a horrifying realization starts forming in your mind. Wait, did I just lose my job? That sounds dystopian. But during recent layoffs, multiple employees publicly described discovering something was wrong only after suddenly losing access to company systems. Sometimes before any manager had even spoken to them, and honestly, that detail changes the entire emotional experience of modern work. Because most people still imagine losing a job as a meeting, a difficult conversation, a warning. Another human being explaining what happened, but increasingly, that's not how modern companies operate. Now think about this carefully. Before the employee even realizes something is wrong, the systems may already know. HR systems, IT systems, security systems, account deactivation workflows, badge access controls. Everything may already be scheduled quietly in the background, which means while an employee is still attending meetings, replying to emails, making future plans, the company's systems may already be preparing to erase them. That's the disturbing part. Not just the layoff itself, the realization that the system processed your exit before you even knew it was happening. And psychologically, humans react very strongly to sudden exclusion, especially digital exclusion. Because modern work is no longer just a place you go. It's an entire digital identity. Your email, Slack, Teams, VPN, badge, payroll, calendar permissions, internal tools. That is your existence inside the company. So when the systems suddenly reject you, it feels less like a technical issue and more like you no longer exist here. That's why so many employees describe modern layoffs as surreal. One second, they're part of the organization. The next second, they're digitally erased. And honestly, this is where workplace psychology starts becoming something much bigger. Because more and more employees are not managed primarily by humans anymore. They're managed by systems. Systems that track productivity, monitor activity, score performance, flag risk, manage access, automate decisions, and sometimes those same systems become the first thing employees encounter when they lose their jobs. Not a person, a system, an error message. And that may be one of the clearest signs that modern work is quietly changing into something colder, more automated, and less human than most people realize. Which is also why AI's workplace anxiety is exploding right now. Because many employees already feel the transition happening, quietly, through systems most people barely notice, until one day the screen suddenly says, access denied. If you want workplace stories, corporate psychology, and the future of AI-driven work explained, subscribe.